Hi, I'm Exis, and this is Terra Invicta, where we are playing as the Resistance. Last episode, a few episodes back, we sent away some of these explorer ships, and they are starting to arrive here now. We've got Explorer 3, that's still got a ways to go, because it's going out all the way to Jupiter's orbit, out there to Archeo, I think it was. But I think they sent someone to intercept that one, so we're probably going to lose that one. Explorer 2 and Explorer 1 are almost at their destinations. Back down on Earth, we have managed to consolidate Europe. So we can... we're running a defend interests mission here, of course. We probably want to disband some of these armies because Europe doesn't need quite as many. We can probably we want to have a little bit of economy going here as well. We don't have any mission control to build just yet. It's all integrated. And we are running lots of funding here because we need the money. And we want to bump the government score up again. We could probably make sure that we have a little bit of investment into 11%. That's perfect. Into environment as well. We can make it 10%, I think. We put a little bit into welfare as well. Probably don't need that much into welfare. Knowledge is maybe a little bit better here. We're quite advanced there too. Yeah, I think this is fine then. We just put a lot into funding because we want to get this number up, so we're actually positive. Other than that, we're just kind of working on that. We do have some work to do with some of our ships though. We have we've been looking a little bit at where the aliens are at. And what we're doing is we're going to upgrade these ones. These are our defensive fleets. So we've got the Bulbul here. And you can see they're only at 30 armor now. We want to bump this one up to 90. Well, there's a little bit of range there, but I think that's just fine. We also got... we can't do anything upgrading these, I think. We haven't unlocked the particle weapons, I'm fairly sure of. No, the light iron is the best one we have for here. We do have the advanced laser engine though, so let's drop that one in there. It'll power up the main beam just a little bit. One of these advanced laser engines is about 1 point of damage per laser, so it's better than nothing. We want to be up to 90 so we can withstand a lot more punishment from the aliens when they actually start coming down. This can be the Bulbul short range, that's perfect. I was contemplating removing a little bit of propellant here as well. Let's go down to 25 kps, I think that's fine. It'll save us a little bit of fuel. These fleets mostly just hang about in orbit and don't do very much, so I think that's a fine use of the engines. We need this 4G combat acceleration so we can make sure to stomp on any small fleets that end up in Earth orbit. Well, save that design. And we can actually obsolete all of these here. Let's go into the Sahi as well. Same thing here, let's drop in some advanced laser engines. I want to bump the armor up. And we can reduce propellant. We just want to be above 25, I think. We don't need to do anything more than that. We could replace the radiators here too. We're not going to do that because it saves so little mass. And these are a lot more vulnerable. Or a lot, I think is at least double as vulnerable. So we will stick with the tin droplets. They are very safe ones. We don't have a heatsink here, so we're not retracting anything. And we're only firing at missiles with these, so that's fine. Otherwise we could put a targeting computer and have these target anything, but the 240 centimeters are useless against ships, so there's no point having them firing at anything other than ships. Oh yeah, we got the point defense arc laser here. I think we've got the phaser unlocked. Yeah, and this one doesn't cost any exotics. So as this is a straight slot upgrade, we'll do that. I would put the phaser on the other ships as well, but then we can't refit them, so only this one gets the phaser. No, we obviously want to have this one as a Sahi short range. And we will get refunded for the propellant when we refit the ships. And then of course we need to take the Moors here as well. And we need to bring these up to a proper one as well. And there's not really very much we can upgrade on these, more than the armor. I'm going to take the propellant down a little bit here as well. Yeah, 39 tanks. We'll leave the side and rear armor at 5, that's fine on these. Hopefully we shouldn't be flanking. These are mostly for chasing down other fleets. And we've got the flag bridge on these, right. So I think these are fairly well set up as they are. And we don't really have the exotics to go and replace our forward firing guns with the tier 3 ones just yet. And this will be the more short range. So now we've got some 37 ships we need to refit. Let's have a look at... Don't know if it's actually worth trying to replace anything of these other ones. And then we also have some... we've got 2 destroyers here and also the escorts here. We've still got a few of these left. We've got 12 escorts here and we've got 21 of these Goria destroyers. So I'm going to upgrade these as well, just so that they are up armored. I'm just going to do the same treatment to them as with these 3 off camera. And then we'll start to try and refit all of these ships. And just for the Murgers here, I decided to upgrade from the Athenas we've been using before, and we're upgrading all the way up to the Tartarus-shaped nuclear torpedoes. We'll save the sticks for something that's a little bit more survivable, since they do use exotics. Probably wouldn't actually be that bad to use these here either. That is, we're talking... It's like 0.2 or something for all 6 ships. Yeah, let's go with the sticks instead. They are a lot better. And the best missile or best torpedo in the game. So these are getting a massive increase in firepower. I'm also upgrading their frontal armor to the absolute maximum here. These should be able to take out a ship each. You've got 7 in there, or 6 in their magazine. You get an additional 3 from this magazine. So you've got 18 torpedoes each. And if just one of these reaches to within about 100 kilometers, the ship they're targeting is dead. So that should be good enough. And the refit seems to be about 24 days per ship. We can't do them all at the same time though. But I'm going to put a few into queue at each location, and then we can slowly start upgrading them all. Okay, so we've got our Fleet Explorer 2 has arrived at Aethra orbit. The first one to arrive anywhere. What we do want to do here is found an automated mining outpost with the fission kit at Amador Vallis. And we'll just check here on Fletcher base, and everything here kind of builds itself up. I've got the automated... Oh, this is good. Didn't actually know this one. No, we could build this. That means that we can spend all of our fuel to get out here. We just need to wait for these to be completed as May. That's a month, that's nothing. And we get 2 fission piles. It's enough to power everything out here. Didn't actually need 2 fission piles, only 1. Would have been enough with just 1, since it only costs 9 power. Not sure what we get to. Let's put the automated supply depot on here as well, I guess. Oh, this one costs 3. Yeah, but one of these would have been fine anyway. And we can build it on site here, 30 days. That means we can resupply our ship here before heading off to the next rock. Okay, so what happened now is that we have formed the Pan-Asian Combine out of China. We have integrated the south here. However, of course, the Southeast Asian Alliance has split off. So we need to check where the capital of this is. It's probably down here in Jakarta. Yeah, Jakarta is the capital. And we should have... should be allied there. So we just need to wait, and we can federate and we can integrate peacefully. We do need to set priorities here again. We want to build mission control here. Boost. We're actually positive in boosts at the moment. We can still spend some 10% into that. Just so that we make sure that we're positive, since we're using boost to make money. We do probably need to spend some into this, into that as well. Some into economy, some into funding. Let's put that one on a different pip. And we don't want to run spoils here. They probably could do with higher government, but that's not going to matter when we integrate them, I think. Yeah, some welfare would be good to get. And we have a little bit of a spread here at least. Yeah, so we're going to have to wait another year or so before we get to integrating everything there. We spot all armies back home. And China shouldn't have any more wars. Oh, we do have a war with India that we need to end. I completed the targeted community support, so 5% more to welfare. Let's pick up the heavy fusion reactor arrays as well, just so that we have them. And we completed the urban warfare doctrine. That's one of these we just wanted to pick up for if we need to fight in urban areas, of course. And we've got a few of these alien techs that we can probably do. Let's start with the war dog necropsy. Don't think we actually need this, but we might as well. Just get them out of the way. That we got a good bonus to it as well. So
we destroy everything we touch, yet we cannot stop ourselves from touching more. We are so lost, I fetch ye. So very lost. Commissioner Kiran Banerjee, private correspondence.
Okay, so we finished clean energy here. Helps us remove a little bit of environment things here. Or it makes the environment priority actually remove carbon dioxide and methane from the atmosphere to start reversing. Now let's pick up plasma weapons before we do anything else. I think we might as well get access to the plasma cannons. We might have a use for them. And our other explorer here has arrived at Ania's orbit. So let's go out there and set up a base out here too. And we just want to set up the automated base here. Do the same thing, of course. And let's put a supply depot on here as well. We can resupply and then we can fly out to somewhere else. Or we can fly back home a lot faster. It's nice to know that we can do that. And we'll see if the third one actually arrives before the aliens intercept it.
Don't ever make the mistake of thinking a problem is solved. Defeating any enemy is like plucking your eyebrows. For every hair you remove, 12 more will show up to the funeral. Commander Fiona Ayawade emailed to SIS regarding the withdrawal of US troops from Iraq.
Okay, so we completed Accelerando. This is actually needed for some of the later...
One would think that the master most despised is the one who stands over us, whip in hand. But no, it is the unseen and distant master, issuing his uncaring edicts from afar, whom we most yearn to overthrow. Commissioner Kiran Banerjee on CNN. Okay,
so we completed interplanetary politics as well. And this would start unlocking the reactors we need to research as well. Let's pick that one up first. And we finish the war dog necropsy. We just keep going on the Synology projects here, I think. Working them at the... We'll do salamander interrogation here. Oh, this one's nice. It increases control cap by 120. We're definitely putting this one as a favorite. And we'll do that one when the helium reflex is complete there. This is another good one. It reduces the MC cost of all our HABs by 15%. Obviously we want to pick that one up as soon as possible. Okay, and we started finishing them out here. It's not Lincoln base, is it? Yes, it is. Let's rename this one too, so we have the same as the other ones. And this one is 8 Flora, and we actually know what it is when it gets talked about. And do we have... No, we don't have enough power to power this op center up. Oh yeah, we just built loads of lay defense arrays because this one was getting attacked by something, wasn't it? It looks like whatever was attacking it is not there anymore. So I just checked through everything here and here we go. Yeah, we got one cruiser heading out that way, and now we got 5 lay defense arrays, and maybe it can hold this one off. We'll see when it gets there. We would like to keep that base if possible. And we've gotten our first breakthrough down on Tolkien on Mercury. And this is a very good event. It allows us to get one of these 4 bonuses. And the first one is science, and any IPs we spend into knowledge is improved. And we've got this one here, which investment points into spaceflight boost and mission control, also very good. All mining output is increased by 5%, or ships can be built 5% faster. So I'd say early on in the game this one is very good when you're building out your mission control. But these two are really good. And what do we have? We've got 190% bonus. I mean, 5% more is always 5% more resources. But I am very tempted to get this one to build the ships faster. And it also increases the rate of damage control for when you do get hit in combat. You can get systems online a little bit quicker. And that's a very hard one to choose. And we are currently building a lot of ships, or refitting ships, and I think that goes on the same one. So we're going to take this one for the short-term benefit.
Each and every one of us here has at one time looked in the mirror and hated what we saw. But I tell you now, until you come to love the face that stares back at you, you cannot become something greater. Superior Judith Howe, ticketed live stream, the new you.
Yeah, so we picked up antimatter containment. Was one of these quite quick ones to research. Let's start working our way towards proton-proton fusion instead. There we go. Now the automated outpost core at E93 is done. That means everything here should be done. Yeah, as suspected, we have way too much power here. Let's shut this one down. No, we can probably let's decommission it. It doesn't cost us anything to decommission it. And this will provide more than enough power for everything that needs power out here. And now we can land our ship here. Now we'll land on the surface. We have successfully landed. Now we can resupply here. 71 water. And let's launch again. Now this ship still only has the actual fission outpost kit here is used, of course. So we need to send it back home to a base to repair. Yeah, so we're transferring back down to Gateway Mars. It'll take us 12 weeks. We can spend all our Delta V. We'll just refuel it when we get down there. And then we'll send it back out to another place. Now we finished the Helion Reflex Drive. And this is less efficient, but it has more thrust. So it's just nice to have it in case we needed to keep our thrust up when we start building heavier ships. Now we're going to pick this one up. The 2+ to stabilize missions is nice to have. And we obviously want to seek peace with India here. Okay, so the heavy fusion reactors are complete here. And I think we want to go, well, we kind of want to go for these, but independent habitats, that's the one we really want here. That means we should be able to build more ships afterwards. And this is one I set an alarm for, I don't know really why. We're keeping a little bit of an eye out for this stone tower station. We don't have to go in there and look. But if we have a look at... yeah, this is where we're at. So we've got... all of these are at Stone Tower Station. So you've got one fleet here with 13 ships in, another with 12, another with 17. Now, granted, these aren't the best ships, and they're using a lot of torpedoes on them. Most of them have orange lasers, which with a 90 frontal armor shouldn't be any kind of issue for us. And they do have a few of these that are... thought I saw some that had... yeah, we got some that have violet lasers. We should be fairly well protected against the violet ones as well. But this is our next target, but I think I want to refit our ships up to the latest standard before we go out here. And that means we have to move our fleet back down to Earth. And we're just waiting for this attachment here to finish repairing in about 2 weeks. And then we can send the entire detachment back home and repair them. and refit them. But I finished the salamander interrogation here. Let's complete the griffin interrogation as well. It's not a bonus that we likely to use anytime soon, but I'd like to get them all done. And we did the same thing here at Anias. So we're gonna do the same thing here. We have to decommission this excessive vision pile. And I'm gonna land the explorer here and refuel it before heading back home. Okay, so next episode we're gonna work a little bit more on Europe. We're gonna start taking over some countries here again. And we're reducing unrest here in Southeast Asian Alliance because they just went through a civil war, I guess. And they're going to be integrated into China shortly enough. But we'll get to that when we get to that. We're also setting policy in the EU to be able to integrate Finland, and the first one to actually join of the Scandinavian countries into the new federation. But that's going to be all for today. So thank you very much for watching. Take care and see you next time.